And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing the New Orleans Pelicans. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Isaiah Thomas may be small in size, but he's always dreamed big. He said, "It sounds crazy, but I always thought I was going to be an NBA player, that I'd be an all-star and one of the best to play. That was in my head since I was a little boy, before I loved anything, before I knew what love was. I love the game of basketball." Kevin?
Great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. And tonight, Chris, a couple talented young teams facing off.
Yeah, and with games like this, you have to temper your expectations and just say, wait a minute, I'm enjoying this game for this moment, because in 2, 3, or 4 of these years, some of these kids are going to be flat-out superstars.
Can you spot them? Some kids come in with a lot of headlines. Other kids come in and a little bit under the radar. But with your trained eye, how confident are you feeling when you look at a kid knowing what his trajectory is going to be?
I'm very confident if I watch them in interaction and in physical play, whether 3-on-3, 5-on-5. You get to see how they handle situations, how they score. You can tell an opponent to foul them. You can see their reaction. So I definitely believe you can tell a kid's trajectory when you're watching them play, as opposed to just a workout or watching them do some drills and things like that. When you watch them in the physical play and getting it going on, you can kind of tell what the kid's going to do.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Caldwell Pope out there with Hart, and it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. And stolen by Mirotic. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on. How are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to you?
Mirotic has a wide-open look. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
This is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown three-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate in pulling the trigger. Well, Brandon Ingram with the 7'3" wingspan. I mean, guard skills with the reach of a center, that gives him a lot of positional versatility.
And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. And Mirotic kicks to Rondo. Feeds it to Ingram. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Whether life or sports, that's all you can do. Stay committed to your brand of basketball and let the chips fall where they may.
Here's Randall after Drew Holiday's score. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
Ingram spotting up and showing that touch made him the 2nd overall pick in 2016.
Mirotic the screen. And Moore kicks to Davis. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Randall. 26 points for him last game against Dallas.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And Davis gets it to go.
Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Pass to Lopez. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope launches a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Hart's got 5 points so far.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
LA has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. There's a screen. Back to Ingram. Here's Lopez. And that misses. That would have put him up.
He gets the shot.
He hits it. How How about that shot? Incredible.
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. Guys, what stands out to you? Lakers trail by 4. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Brook Lopez, Isaiah Thomas out there with Ennis. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Frye dishes to Thomas. Down low, Lopez. Outside for Thomas. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Pick by Okafor. Dishes it to Miller. Okafor sets the pick for Miller. Clark for 3, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mates?
Wow, defense. Someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. And Juwan Howard, when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then Vlade Divac. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for you.
And he makes the first. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
Pick by Okafor. Passes it to Liggins. And it is wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer is right on target. Davis has got 9.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Thomas passes to Frye. Here's Ennis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Miller outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Isaiah Thomas. New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Miller. So for the Pelicans, Mirotic is checked in for Anthony Davis. Holiday comes in for DeAndre Liggins. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ian Clark. And then for the Lakers, Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ennis. And so he makes both from the line.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Thomas kicks to Ingram. Here's the 3. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Brandon Ingram.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target.
Okafor with the ball. Working on Fry. There's the dish to Rondo. 5 to shoot. Okafor sets the pick for Rondo. Over Fry. Here's Okafor. A rebound by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
And you know that's something they've discussed coming into tonight. How can we take care of the basketball, push the action, but remain disciplined?
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Thomas. Shoots it up. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. New Orleans on top, up by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Well, for New Orleans. Kenny?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
A view from the sky above of this lovely city as we make our return to New Orleans, Louisiana. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Lakers trail by 5. Anthony Davis is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Holiday. And it's Moore in at the 3, the small forward. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Caldwell Pope. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you really got to be in awe at the way that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. And with Caldwell-Pope, it's not like he's playing defense on just anyone. Greg, he usually draws the opposing team's top scorer as his nightly assignment.
Yeah, and he's earned that responsibility because of his play. I mean, typically plays a ton of minutes and never slows down.
during the game. All around fantastic defensively.
And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Out left to the wing. Here's Holiday. Here's Davis. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You're just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Holiday attacking. Goes back up. A rebound by the Lakers.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going there.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against length.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Davis sets a screen. And Moore kicks to Davis. He got right to the cup using that screen.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's getting terrific.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Andre Liggins, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Ian Clark comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ennis is checked in. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Lakers trail by 7. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Ingram. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ingram's got 8 points.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Chris, you have to like Ian Clark as a source of instant offense who's found his spot in this league as a deadly scoring option coming off the bench. A very efficient score.
He's very efficient from the floor and from deep. He's a little undersized at his position, but you cannot leave him alone on the perimeter, even for a second.
Here's Mirotic. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And it's a 9-point Pelican lead. Ennis dishes to Ingram. The pass to Hart. Lopez a screen. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Clark kicks to Davis. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for more. Free throw good, Davis. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
A meteoric ascent for Luke Walton. 2 years before signing as coach for the Lakers, he was a part-time assistant with their development team. Now the youngest head coach in the league. He's almost 2 years younger than Kobe Bryant.
Now Thomas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Up off the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Talk about compiling your coaching resume in a hurry. Luke Walton, in his first year as an assistant, wins a title. And in year 2, as interim head coach, leads the Warriors to the best start in league history.
It's all about timing and grace. 24-0 start. With Walton at the helm, they went 39-4. It catapulted him to the front of the line among head coaching candidates.
And he knocks down the first one. And Dennis drops them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Clark kicks to Davis. Over Fry. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Lakers trail by 8. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kuzma. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Kuzma's got 6.
Nice find by Thomas. He draws so much attention defensively. He's able to create for his teammate that time.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for New Orleans. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey, play our basketball. We've been doing a great job, so let's keep it up, okay?
Alvin Gentry has found an identity that's working, and that makes everything a lot easier on both ends.
And collectively, you really need to remember what that feels like so you can recapture it if and when things start to get a little shaky. You want to be able to trust in who you are.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Thomas is out there with Ennis. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Kuzma in at the power forward. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
To the wing right side. Clark for 3. No good on the shot. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Caldwell-Pope. It's good.
And the versatility of Caldwell-Pope, not just the score from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
Davis setting the pick for Rondo. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Ennis kicks to Thomas. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Good luck trying to chase Thomas through screens. With this low center of gravity and quickness, he corners so quickly.
Rondo passes to Davis. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Some changes for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Darius Miller. And it's Holiday in for Ian Clark. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Well, think about the high ceiling that this kid Brandon Ingram has. I mean, with his long arms, I mean, he could reach the rafters.
shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And those free throws, they're like little daggers, carving them out a bigger cushion.
Pass to Lopez. Goes up on the wing, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jumper.
Davis sets a screen. Rondo dishes to Mirotic. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. Lakers trail by 10. Thomas kicks to Randall. Here's Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting 2.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within single digits. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter. And Holiday kicks to Rondo. Davis sets a screen. Mirotic, a screen on Lopez. Rondo with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Just 4 to shoot. Mirotic's shot is off.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Over Moore. And Ingram the bucket on the assist from Randall.
And for taller players, the mid-range shot will be there. Ingram well served to knock it down.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mirotic the screen. Davis with a screen on Randall. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Brook Lopez. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. Timeout called the Lakers. They're down by 8. 17 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. Can't get consumed over the score.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Brewer passes to Thomas. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Thomas does not shrink from it. Always wants to take and make the big shot.
Shooting for New Orleans, Ian Clark. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. Randall dishes to Thomas. The feed now to Randall. Caldwell Pope outside. Frames it from downtown.
Kev, when the game is on the line, Caldwell Pope stays ready to take the shot. Just a great player to go to in these type of spots.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're leading by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
So he can't get either to fall. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.